Spoiler warning for episodes 1 to 3 of Skate Leading Stars all throughout this video. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello everybody, my name's Link, here to give my first impressions on a winter 2021 anime. And boy is it gonna be a busy season this one. So don't forget to subscribe to be up to date on the hottest series to check out this season. Kensei Maeshima left the world of figure skating after his rival said, "You'll never beat me." Years later, he's using his athleticism to help several high school teams, never focusing on one. But when his adversary publicly announced a shift to a team sport, a kid familiar with Kensei's past finds and offers him an invitation to lace up his skates and join the world of skate leading. First of all, very belated Happy New Year's to everyone. 2020 was a disaster, and while a turning of a year doesn't necessarily stop everything bad that's happening, it does help in us moving a large step forward to hopefully something better. Jesus Christ! Okay, let's just go back to pretty anime boys. So, to be completely transparent with y'all, this is one of those animes I did end up just blindly adding to my watch list because it's an all-boys skating anime. Much like every sports anime out there, I'm just here for the eye candy, and to watch the boys rough it out with one another, no matter how elegant the sport may be. I already expelled from my mind at the earliest possible instance that this is gonna be the next Yuri on Ice or whatever. I just feel like that's extremely unfair to the people who worked to create this original anime series, and then just to have it tagged as a Yuri on Ice wannabe. But hey, if I'm wrong and some of the boys do end up kissing each other, then that's a big win for everyone as far as I'm concerned. I had no prior expectations for Skate Leading Stars when it was announced, until one fateful day when I saw who the character designer was. Yes, the queen herself, Yana Toboso, the mangaka for Black Butler. And before anyone clicks away from here scoffing about Shota and Babe and whatever, 1. She's just a character designer, and 2. Black Butler, the manga at least, is actually a storytelling masterpiece. Yes, I said it, fight me. One of these days, I'm gonna make a video about just how amazing and creative Black Butler's story is, mark my words. There will be no hiding the love and support we give Yana-sensei in this channel. Needless to say, I accidentally hyped myself up for this show than I had intended. Based on my observations with the episodes out so far, it's utilizing the same tried and true formula for sports anime, but maybe to an even more extreme. Like the amount of times I nearly choked on my drink because they were just, "Oh, your parents died in a horrible accident? Well, moving on. We got skate." Was, well, in all honesty not that much because we're only a few episodes in, but 2 is still more than I expected and I just felt like, wait, we're not going back to that? But also, good on them to be honest. Parents dying, career-ending injuries would be a lesser anime character's entire motivation, but it's water off a duck's butt with them here. That was a joke, by the way. Please do not write angry comments if I somehow manage to bullseye your favorite character with that. It was just a joke!
I won't hesitate, bitch!
But yeah, unless they plan to really bend and break the genre they're in, the story doesn't really stand out for me. We get an underdog team, they fight off with their far superior rivals, win the championship with the power of friendship and determination. It's all par for the course. So the true stars of the anime are definitely the characters. And while I do think that we've yet to see what the show can truly offer with the expansive cast, even this early on there are already good standout characters for me. To get things out of the way, the MC. I forgot his name as of writing the script, but he's every gifted MC ever. I'm honestly so tired of this trope, and he does have a fair share of ego and pride problems with him. And while I'm not saying he's the most annoying character ever made, he does grind on my nerves a little. Though I do like that everyone finds him a pain in the anime as well. I'm pretty sure as the series goes on and the power of friendship goes into full effect, then everyone's going to start tolerating him. But for the moment, I do like the arrogant and childish main character gets the treatment I'd expect him to get, but still managing to get the story moving forward. Next comes my so far favorite character, Sasugai. He looks so unhinged from the first moment he was introduced. I knew he was going to be a wild ride. He looks like he's the one that's going to be keeping this team together. He is such a shitty bitch, and the only reason I end up liking the main character is because of their chemistry together. Like Sasugai using the MC for his own spite-fueled plan, we love a petty brat with brains and isn't sorry about it. manipulating and scheming to get his way, literally knocking out and tying up another contestant to get his boy in. Now that's the innovation I want to see in my sports anime. Crime. Wait, no, not like that. I really wish I could expand more on their teammates. Some of them look really interesting. And to the show's credit, they do give off tiny little hints eagle-eyed viewers who care could feast on. Like the serious character with the deep voice actually having a sweet tooth, to the Meganevice character who's actually good at everything except technology, just to name a few examples. And I am absolutely loving this long-haired character. He's pretty much delegated to the mom character here, and he's the only one absolutely taking none of Sasagai's shit. It's that adorable trope I love, that the only one being able to reel in the dark or mischievous character is the sweet and gentle character. I'm definitely wearing my shipping glasses for any interactions they have. And lastly, so far the only rival we're made aware of, Shinozaki. And the only semblance of Toba-sensei's renowned style and art I can really feel from this entire show. I mean, look at him. That just screams her style. And so far, there's really nothing to grasp as his personality and motivations either. He looks like he always has elevator music playing in his head. And that the only thing that we do know about him is that he's already really good at skating solo. So there's this mystery on why he suddenly decided to move into a more team-oriented sports style, when he could clearly shine on his own. One thing I find to be one glaring problem is the show's camera when they're performing their pieces. They have a tendency to use really fast cuts, and while doing their spins and their routines, the camera would sometimes follow, and give me a very minor case of motion sickness. They aren't inherently bad for the whole performance. This is absolutely leagues better than what Yuri and Ice did, as it conveyed the speed and snappiness skating is known for. And animating their jumps and stunts in dynamic angles made it 10 times more pleasing to look at. But there have definitely been moments where they did a jump, and the sound effects for them landing on the ice was barely even finished when it cuts to a shot with the spectators, gasping in amazement at how they did, and also exclaiming what exactly it was that they did. Remember at the start of the video where I said I didn't have any prior expectations for it? Well,
everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Or more specifically, when I read about Toba-sensei's involvement. Toba-sensei for me is not only a genius in storytelling, but her character creation is top-notch. From the sassy little brat Shill is in the manga, to the whole of the cast in her game Twisted Wonderland. She gives so much depth and enjoyment value to all of the characters she breathes life to. That's what I know her for, and despite knowing full well that the character designer has no actual influence and personality given to the characters to fit the script, I was expecting some sort of depth or like expectation flips when we see the characters. I'm optimistic, of course. I want the series to surprise me, blow me away with some sort of twist. But due to my prematurely given hype for the series, I fear that I might have set myself up for disappointment. Like even right now, I would never have guessed Toba-sensei designed the main character because he looks so generic. Though I really can't help it with Shinozaki. I'm such a fan of stone-cold beauties that may or may not have a soft and caring side to him. So I'm thinking, what if he's just emotionally constipated or something? Like he actually likes his brother and had fun contending with the main character. But his face is so rigid, and his tone is always so flat, even though he was trying to be joking or caring or something. I really do wonder why Toba-sensei in particular though. Oh, that's why. In all seriousness though, I don't really know the process here, like, was she contacted to work on it or did she approach to be part of this project herself? But I just think that this isn't a series where she can show off her true talents. There are no big bows and ruffles or pressed suits, the art that she's mastered, or even some semblance of fantasy and magic where she's already shown in Twisted Wonderland. Outlandish and stylish is her game. Her art shines when she can draw extravagantly, and I do feel like it's a ways for it to be used to design tracksuits or school uniforms. I do commend them for getting her on board though. If that was just the case, that's definitely a big flex. As for how the story will progress, I do think they'd still go for the classic sports anime formula. They don't have a lot of episodes, So I think there's very little room for error for the team to lose to any of the other groups they've shown in the opening. I'm willing to believe they'll have like a little scare or a minor hiccup, but nothing like outright losing. Unless they can afford it, of course. To lose somewhere midway but with a safety net. The thing is, they're an anime original story, and those barely ever get second seasons. And that's it for this one, everybody! Drop a comment down below on your thoughts of the show or if you're interested in watching it. Check out this playlist to see my other series where I review and recommend anime you might not have heard of. Are they hidden gems? Or do they deserve to fall into obscurity? Let's find out together. And as always, don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you liked the video and please consider subscribing for all things weeb and anime. Bye bye!